Hi guys, Paulo here. Sorry I'm talking in my car, but unfortunately that's the way we have time now. It's been a rough week. I'm still reading this one, Sandman Slim. Probably going to finish either today or tomorrow. As I said before, I don't read. I read around 50-60 pages per day, usually. Sometimes I read a bit more, but this month I've been struggling to find something to read and really captivate me. So I try a couple of books, like the one I spoke before, the Robert Bloch novel, The Mystery of the Worm. I picked up Chrysonia, a little bit past that. Then I picked up this one, a bit slow, so the fourth one I tried to read and start, since I know that I usually read a lot faster thriller novels, so I pick up a book by Stephen Alten, the writer that created Meg. Probably have seen the movie or read the book, I don't know. He also wrote other books like the Loch Ness. It's the Loch, I believe it's called On the Loch. It's about the mystery of the Loch Ness. I started reading 7 years ago when I went to Scotland in my honeymoon with my wife. I didn't get past 50 pages. I was not enjoying it, but still I remember buying there in Scotland 3 novels of him, a trilogy about the end of the world, Mayhem something. Sorry, but I don't have the books now, and I remember buying them but not even reading them and putting them in my collection, but not reading. This one, I really love post-apocalyptic scenarios. It's one of my favorite genres. So when I saw that he wrote one that was called The End of Days, I really thought that this book would be on my alley, if you want. So I bought it, and it's there on my shelf for a couple of years. The book is called Grim Reaper, and then The End of Days. What can I say about it? Okay, I started reading, and it really interested me, the story. The book is divided in three phases. Okay, the first phase, it's the introduction of the characters, of the plot, or at least some of the plot. The second part, it's the beginning of the fall of humanity, and the third part, which is probably more than half the book, it's the story about. I'm not saying any spoilers, I believe, but this book it's called like that, and it's really very focused on Dante. Okay, the Dante Inferno. Okay, so basically that's it. As I said, the third part of the novel was really the longest one and probably my least favorite. Okay, so let's go by parts if you want. The first part is that you get introduction some characters. There are a couple of ones that main characters. The main character is Shepard. He is a U.S. veteran who has lost his arm, and is now waiting for a prosthetic one. And then we've got other characters, a psychology that tries to help me, and then we've got a couple other characters in the story that really don't have that much importance in the series, but they are important that because they will appear in future day. But mainly we have these two characters. Then there are a third main character, at least in the two first parts, which is a woman who is a bioscientist. I don't know. She mixes and she creates new virus and so on. Okay, so let's recap. By the way, we are in the middle of the pandemic. I believe it. Okay, middle to the end of pandemic, I believe, at least in Portugal. But it's still very fresh. Okay, we don't know what created, who created, why it was created, if it was man-made, if it was not. There are very theories. I don't care. I'm not going to go there. But this story really. By the way, this book was written a lot of 10 years ago or so. So it was very interesting to see here some interesting plots regarding the creation of this stuff, and so we've got some people that are creating. We know that some people created virus and so on. Nobody is denying that some viruses are laboratory created. And in this case, she is creating a type of virus that is reminiscent of the Black Death, but kills a little faster and more deadly. Okay, if you don't know, Black Death, of course, it's the deadliest pandemic you had in the world, at least in Europe and Asia, North Africa. It killed, they say, between 30 to 50% of the population there, and it became the decline of the medieval Europe and so on. But it gave rise to other things, so there's not some good stuff and some bad stuff. Of course, people dying is not the good stuff. So we've got here this type of virus that they want to create because America wants to protect itself from other people, and some guys, military guys, want to release that vaccine, that the disease in Iran, because Iran is preparing to go nuclear, or not go nuclear, but go in total force against USA. So they want something fast, something hidden, and they want to release that disease. So then the author gives some examples of this stuff. Okay, they say that the anthrax that was released in USA back in 2001 or something like that, that in the news it was said that it was some terrorist act. He, of course, believes that this stuff was created by the Americans to give rise, to rise the to rise people to go to the army and so on, to fight for the country, because the country was, we are all talking about 2001, so the old stuff of the Twin Towers, and then they want some more stuff to really ignite the American and invasions of American to Iraq and so on, Afghanistan and so on. And so they try to to get the guy to steal that disease, work with her, and then steal the disease. Okay, they promised money and so on. This is the first part. Okay. The second part, I'm going to. This is going to be spoilers, so yeah. The second part, the woman that was creating the vaccine, she got impregnated by the guy, and she is a hard Catholic, and so she thinks that her unborn son is Christ's sons or God's and so on. So, without any reason to better phrase it, she goes to the USA, Manhattan, United Nations in Manhattan, and released the vaccine, the disease in her, and then entered the United Nations and contaminated other people there, including the Iranian government that were speaking, and but the American president was all there, and as well, like other people from Russia and so on, and so, and then she lives. Okay, she has the vaccine, and she went to her car, but someone told her, yeah, take her car away. The police take her car away, and basically she dropped in the middle of the street. They went to the hospital, and then they discovered the symptoms are like black death. Meanwhile, in the laboratory where she created that disease, an alarm goes off because that Scythe was stolen, and I don't know how they knew this, but whatever. And then they assemble the military force that deals with this hazard stuff, and go to the United Nations because they know that she went there, and start blocking every people and so on. But they soon realize that the disease is out there, okay, in the streets. This disease kills in 15 hours or so, or 12 hours, and then the story progresses. Okay, the third part, basically, it's the shepherd, which is, as I said, military, and she's trying to find his wife and children, child that supposedly divorced him, but he is very confused because of the drama. And this book is very sensitive to veterans and how America really deals with them. Okay, I understood that. Beware that I know this is a book, but I've when I read stuff, I go to internet like Black Death, like they say that they were killing microbiologists around the world after 2001, and I've checked the internet, and there are a couple of lists out there that says that there were very many deaths with microbiologists that went unexplained, and nobody knows why. And so it's just very interesting to see that. And I really, one of the things that I enjoy reading the books and reading, it's the information that I get afterwards. What I'm going to search in the internet. If they talk about the Middle Age, I'm going to search about Middle Ages and so on. This really interests me, so I start reading a bit, and of course there are conspiracy theories about anything and everything, and of course here enters some of the this build up until the releasing of the virus, and then Shepherd being with the vials that contain the vaccine. So far, I really enjoyed it, and I read it like 150 pages one night, which is a lot to me, and I was really enjoyed. Then the book started, like in Dante's Inferno, and we've got some you know that there are nine levels of hell, and each chapter it was a level of hell, okay, and that was Shepherd's mission from one place to another, okay, and it was, some of them were very interesting, and how he dealt with some of the stuff of the 9 levels of hell, but there are a couple of stuff that I really didn't enjoy. Okay, I just talk about a bit of the plot. I didn't say everything because I don't want to spoil everything, but this was the premise. Okay, most of this is on the cover. That something is being released in Manhattan, but I'm not going to talk how they dealt with heat or how it ended and so on. But there are a couple of instances I didn't enjoy the novel. Okay, every person, every people, every person is every writer is a person. Okay, so they have got their ideas. They can be liberal, they can be conservative, they can be religious, they may not be religious at all, and so on. And I get it, okay? Probably I like some writers because I enjoy or I identify something that they believe, and sometimes I don't, okay? That's normal, everyone does it. I really try to read everything, and this guy, Stephen Alten guy, is, I don't know, at times he looks like a leftist guy, and then he goes all full conspiracy theory and so on. It's very strange stuff. Okay, the writer really believes that the 2001 Twin Towers was made by Americans. He really believes this. Okay, he really believes that Americans. The anthrax was told by Americans and so on. Okay, he really believes everything of this. Okay, and he even one of the stuff I don't enjoy is this. I don't mind. You can believe this. Okay, I have no opinion on this because I know that some stuff were not very clear. Okay, I know that Americans invaded Iraq because of the oil. They don't invade it because of Saddam Hussein or because there are mass weapons or something like that. It is someone that believes that they were really giving them freedom is either blind or stupid. Okay, and the Americans invaded because of the oil. It's that simple. Deal with it. They invaded because Saddam Hussein was against Al Qaeda. So it doesn't make sense. You know that most people that died in 2001 airplane were Saudi Arabians. So why don't invade Saudi Arabia? It doesn't matter. This is not the focal point. Okay. Of course, the Americans go to war when it suits them. Okay. They don't go when it doesn't suit them. It's that simple. But that's not the point. Okay. I'm not criticizing because I'm not a history expert, and I don't really care about that. Okay. The problem here is that the writer not only put a character like him saying, okay, this happens, but he even says side notes in the below of the writing saying exactly that, like the Twin Towers were man-made. Okay, the Twin Towers is that was man-made. Then this says in back saying like, if you go see this website and this website, or don't if you want. Like if you want to be blind, don't go. This is absurd. The writer itself could put a character that his total focus on the conspiracy theory. I don't mind that. And then in the end, he, as he said, his acknowledgement, so on, he could write that. And if I want, if I don't want, I don't read it. It's that simple. But making your the people who buy the book feeling stupid, or at least calling them in the face stupid, go there and see the truth, or don't go and be blind. This is very wrong, okay? And then there were a lot of stuff that I really enjoy. It tried to be a bit esoteric, and it failed a lot. The ending was very rushed, and I really don't understand anything about the ending. He was going not a thriller, a pure thriller with post-apocalyptic stuff, and then he went the other way around with fantasy and mythology, giving angels and Lucifer and so on. It's so I really enjoyed the book, apart from these 50 or 100 pages. I would give it, in a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 4, because, as I said, I really enjoyed the premise. I really enjoyed some of the characters, the feelings he gave me reading about Shepard's life as amputee, as a veteran. I really enjoyed that. It made me feel bad, if you want. It made me sorry for the guy. But then he called me stupid because I don't want to, because I have no proof that exists, so I'm very stupid, even if I've read all conspiracy theories. But I'm not an expert, okay? So I don't, I have not a final vision of the stuff that happened. I don't know. I see the plane going there, okay? We saw the images. But, yeah, I understand there are no wreckage, the oil and the heat and so on. I really understand that. I really believe that the Pentagon was not eaten by a plane. It was a bomb. But that's the only thing I believe, because I didn't see any wreckage. But, yeah, but I don't want to be called stupid by an author. I don't. Probably I'm going to read another book by him. Of course, I have the book, so I will read it, but not now, because I'm really upset because of this. And that's it. That's my review. If you enjoy post-apocalyptic novels with thriller in mix, go. If you want to read a bit about mythology, Christian mythology, go with it. If you want to read about conspiracy theories, go with it. Be warned that, as I said, if you don't agree with him, you call you stupid. That's it. To me, I'm out. It's a very long review. I'm sorry for that. I have not the novel here, so I don't want to show the cover. But another thing, the paperback novel I have got. It's a mass paperback novel, and it has 9 images, 9 paintings. They are very beautiful, each with a hell level, and it's very beautiful. Unfortunately, yeah, there are those bad stuff, and I don't forgive a author calling me stupid. They can make me think about stuff that I don't know, and even if I don't agree, okay, like Ken MacLeod or Alistair Reynolds, I don't agree with their visions of the Soviet utopia, but they don't call me stupid. They don't feel me like saying, if I don't believe this, I'm a very bad person, and that's wrong to me. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a nice day.